Hello students, welcome back to my channel. So in this class we will discuss a very important topic, that is chemical bonding. Chemical bonding means the force of attractions which hold the atoms or ions or molecules to form a chemical substance. Why need to form chemical bond between the atoms or ions or molecules? So mainly here we have to discuss two reasons. First one is stability and second one is energy. So what is the relation between stability and energy? That is, stability is inversely proportional to energy. Stability is inversely proportional to energy. If energy is more, stability is less. If energy is less, stability is more. So these are the two reasons. Here, every element in the periodic table try to get the stable electronic configuration of noble gases. So in the periodic table, noble gases have stable electronic configuration. Except helium, the remaining elements are having octet configuration. Helium has duplet configuration. Okay, so here to get the octet configuration or duplet configuration, that atoms will be participated in the chemical bonding. Means they can be either losing or gaining or sharing of electrons. Okay, second one is energy. So before participating in the chemical reaction, atoms contain maximum energy. If energy is more, stability is less. So that's why here, whenever that atoms are participated in the chemical bonding, then new bond will be formed. Means that relation will be created between the atoms of different reactants. So then in this process, some amount of energy will be released. So then that both atoms which are participated in the chemical bonding are having less energy, minimum energy. So here two reasons, that is minimum energy and second one is a stability, stable electronic configuration. Okay, due to these two reasons, that chemical bond will be formed between the atoms or ions or molecules. Okay, so how many types of chemical bonds are there? First one is ionic bond or electrovalent bond, and it is also called polar bond. Polar bond. Next, second one is covalent bond. Covalent bond. Third one is coordinate covalent bond, and it is also called dative bond. Fourth one is hydrogen bond, and fifth one is van der Waals forces, and sixth one is metallic bond also there. Okay, here, but in this lesson in SSC part, we will discuss only first one, second one, and third one: ionic bond, covalent bond, and coordinate covalent bond. Understand? Okay, now we will discuss first one, ionic bond, and it is also called electrovalent bond. Electrovalent bond. This ionic bond is formed between, it is formed between metal and non-metal. Metal and non-metal. Metal and a non-metal. Clear? So what will happen here? We know that generally metals loses electrons, non-metals gains electrons to get the stable electronic configuration of nearest noble gases. Okay, so here that is metals loses electrons and converted into metal cation or metal ion. It is a cation. It is a cation. Cation means a positive ion. Positive ion. By losing electrons. By losing electrons. By losing electrons. Understand? And second one, non-metal. Non-metal. Non-metals gain electrons. Non-metal gains electrons converted into non-metal ion. Non-metal ion means it is a anion. Anion contains a negative charge. Anion contains a negative charge. So here this anion is formed by gaining of electrons. By gaining of electrons. By gaining electrons. Understand? Here metal is converted into metal ion by the losing of electrons. Non-metal is converted into non-metal ion by the gaining of electrons. It is losing of electron, it is gaining of electrons. So what is the purpose of losing and gaining of electrons? Same, only one concept, that is getting stability. Stability, stable electronic configuration of a nearest noble gas elements. Understand? Okay. So here between metal and non-metal, what type of bond will be formed? That is ionic bond or electrovalent bond. Understand? So in the exam they will ask some in the objective purpose, identify the ionic bond or identify the ionic compound in the following. Means first you should identify the compound which contains metal and non-metal. Metal and a non-metal. So if that compound contains metal and non-metal, that is called a ionic compound. If both are non-metals are there, that is obviously covalent molecule. Understand? Okay. Next example we will see now. Sodium chloride. Sodium chloride. In this sodium chloride, what is the metal? Sodium is metal. Sodium is metal. So metal loses electrons. We know that. Its electronic configuration is 2, 8, 1. 2, 8, 1. And here to get the octet configuration, it has to lose one electron. So then sodium is converted into Na plus 1 electron. So then Na plus configuration is 2, 8. 2, 8. So octet configuration is there. So like that, chlorine is there. Chlorine is the non-metal. Its configuration is 2, 8, 7. To get octet configuration, it has to gain one electron. It has to gain one electron. Then it will be converted into Cl minus ion. Its configuration is 2, 8, 8. So here we have added one electron. Then 7 will become 8. 7 will become 8. Here sodium has lost its electron, converted into Na plus. Means here configuration is 2, 8. So in these two steps, so what is happened here? We got ions, Na plus and Cl minus ions. So both are having stable configuration. Stable configuration. Na plus as a neon configuration. Neon also having 10 electrons in its valence shell. Sorry, it also having 8 electrons in its valence shell. Octet configuration. And Cl minus ion is a which configuration? It is a argon configuration. Argon also having 8 electrons in its third shell, valence shell. Understand? So it is a neon configuration, it is a argon configuration. So between Na plus and Cl minus ions, between Na plus and Cl minus ions, what type of forces are there? Electrostatic forces are existed. Electrostatic forces. Electrostatic. Electrostatic forces are existed between Na plus and Cl minus ions. Then 1 mole of sodium chloride compound is formed. It is a ionic compound. It is ionic compound. Understand? So here very important question. Very important question. Here sodium chloride is a ionic compound and it is crystalline shape. It is crystalline substance. In crystalline substance in unit cell, each sodium ion is combined with or connected to 6 Cl minus ions, as well as 1 Cl minus ion is connected to or bonded to 6 Na plus ions. It is called a coordination number. Coordination number. Okay. The coordination number of the coordination number the coordination number of NaCl, the coordination number of Na or Na plus, coordination number of Na plus in NaCl or Cl minus in sodium chloride is what? 6. Understand? It is very important. In objective purpose, maybe they will ask what is the coordination number of Na plus in sodium chloride, or what is the coordination number of Cl minus ion, or they will give no need to ion, just start up like this. Okay, clear? Understand? Okay. Next, it is a face centered cube, and it is a water face centered cube, FCC. It is a FCC. FCC means face centered cube. Face centered cube. Understand? Next, come to the second one, magnesium chloride. Magnesium chloride. In this, magnesium is metal, chlorine is non-metal. Just now we have seen. So magnesium atomic number is a 12, electronic configuration 2, 8, 2. Okay. To get octet configuration, it has to gain. It has to lose how many electrons? So generally metals able to lose electrons. Okay, so here magnesium loses 2 electrons and converted into Mg plus 2 ion. Mg plus 2 ion. Mg plus 2. Its configuration is 2 comma 8. 2 comma 8. How many electrons are removed from this one? 2 electrons. So here octet configuration. Octet configuration of which element? This is a neon. Neon. So like that, take chlorine. Same. Chlorine configuration is 2 comma 8 comma 7. So to get octet configuration, how many electrons are required? 1 electron is required. So that's why chlorine gains 1 electron converted into Cl minus. Then its configuration is 2 comma 8 comma 8. So its configuration, which configuration? It is a argon configuration. Understand? Okay. So here magnesium has donated how many electrons? So 2 electrons. But chlorine has accepted 1 electron. So what about another electron? Okay, here chlorine capacity is 1. Chlorine capacity is a 1. It can accept only 1 electron only. But here magnesium has given 2 electrons. Okay, but here listen, depends on the number of electrons removed from the metal. So how many electrons are removed here? 2 electrons. But how many electrons can accept by this chlorine? 1 electron. So for that we should take 2 chlorine atoms. Means 1 magnesium is equal to 2 chlorine atoms. Means 1 magnesium atom is bonded by 2 chlorine atoms, because magnesium valence is 2, chlorine valence is 1. So that's why here 1 magnesium combines with 2 chlorine atoms. 2 chlorine atoms. So that's why here I am taking into 2, into 2. So that is 2Cl minus 2Cl converted into, means 2Cl means 1Cl accept 1 electron. 2Cl accept 2 electrons converted into 2Cl minus ions. Clear? Understand? So now bond will be formed between Mg plus 2 and Cl minus. So that is Mg plus 2 plus 2Cl minus ion. Between these two, ionic bond will be formed through electrostatic forces. MgCl will be formed. Understand? So in the objective purpose, they will ask, what is the electrovalency of sodium? What is the electrovalency of chlorine? What is the electrovalency of magnesium? What is the electrovalency of chlorine? What is the electrovalency of oxygen? What is the electrovalency of aluminum? Like that they will ask. So electrovalency and covalency, two terms are there. Okay, these two are the types of valency. Valency means the combining capacity of an atom with another atom. Okay, here for ionic compounds we should consider the electrovalency term. Okay, for ionic compounds, electrovalency depends on the number of transferred electrons from metal to non-metal. From metal, okay, how many here? Magnesium has given how many electrons? 2 electrons. So 2 electrons are transferred. So then its electrovalency is 2. Understand? Okay, chlorine can accept how many electrons? So 1 only. Okay, here 2 electrons are transferred to 2 chlorine atoms, means 2 is divided by 2, so means 1 only. Understand? The number of electrons transferred from metal to non-metal, metal to non-metal in the ionic compound is called electrovalency. Covalency means that is depends on the number of bond pair of electrons or shared pair of electrons which are participated in the chemical bonding, means covalent bond. Understand? Okay, so this is about ionic bond. If you get any doubt in this topic, you should mention in the comment section. I hope you understood. Thank you.